Hello, this is Benson and welcome to Benson's tutorial. I'm talking about 5 technologies applicable to teaching and learning areas. Now we're going to talk about Educreation, which is another important application for teachers, and it's available free of charge online. And the reason why I selected this application is that it allows students and teachers to create, record, and share online lessons. It also enables people to create lessons that can be replayed in any web browser or from within Educreations website. And the purpose of this application is that it hosts lessons online, and so students can review anytime. And it's good for reviews because students can do this anywhere. I can just post lesson from my house and they'll be, wherever they are, they could access the lesson, and by the time we go to class they will be all familiar with the lesson of the day. So the audience is my students. Most of them are taking education major. The standards that apply to this particular application is ISTE for Teachers Component 1C. I believe that integrating education in my teaching allows me to promote student reflection through review of shared lessons to enhance student understanding, thinking, planning, and creative process. The second standard, ISTE for Teachers Component 3B. As a teacher, I believe that using this technology tool allows me to draw, use pictures, and record my lessons in a way that promotes the effective use of digital tools and resources to enable students to locate, organize, and assess information to support learning and research. So let's see how this works. Okay, so this is the web page for Education, and I already have an account, that's why you can see my name here. And basically it gives you two settings. One is for your lessons and then classes. Let's just go to classes, and you can see I already have two classes: educational philosophy and communication skills. And let's just create another class so that you can see the steps. You choose your classes here. Let's call this class history, and you could choose whatever you want to talk about. Maybe social sciences, that's the area. Subject, yeah, history is here. Level, higher ed. Then you could give a description of whatever you will want to tell your students this class is about. Then you create. Once you've done that, it takes you here, it gives you a code. So you use this code you give this code to your students so your student can access your class. So yeah, you could edit your students. So far I don't have any students, but you could have your students name here. You could remove students, you could move students to other classes. Okay, that's about classes. About lesson, let's see how lessons are done. My lessons. So far I think I don't have any lesson, but you could create one. It gives you a platform where you could either draw whatever you want to use for your lesson. For example, I like to draw, I'm not sure if I can draw well the map of Africa. Let's get this out of the way. I used to be good in drawing. Okay, so perhaps I'll just want to talk about Eastern Africa. This is where I come from. I come from Kenya, and I want to introduce them on this part of Africa, maybe the historical factors that led to whatever development. So I could use this sort of presentation, and then I could go to another one which I really don't have to use this. I could just upload a picture or a presentation. Let me use this one. This should sound, look familiar because it's from my previous assignment. This is a class layout. You can see I could show my student, and I will record my explanation of whatever lesson, so my students will review the lesson wherever they are. So let's go ahead and record. This is problematic with this computer. It takes so long to record. I've tried this before, but anyway, assuming it's recording now, I'll be explaining this layout. On the left side, we have U-shaped class layout, where students sit in a U-shaped format, and I have assigned my students according to gender, like boy, girl, boy, girl. They all have computers. The chairs are rotating chairs, so the student could just turn and look at the pull down screen wherever I call their attention. And everything is controlled here from the multimedia podium. It has all the controls, projector control, computer, volume, speakers, and all that. And here we have roundtable for discussions and also brainstorming or group work. And here's teacher's table, desk, bookshelf, storage cabinet. We have main door here, emergency door here. We have two large windows there. So this is one way of creating a class layout, and I could be explaining this to my student. It's still setting up for recording, but we don't have to wait. What I'm going to do is to show you from another website an example of a lesson.
Hi class, and welcome back to another exciting day of Cult Academy. We are now going to be dealing with related rates, the DDT, how things change with respect to time. Up until now, we've been finding the rate of change. We've always done it with regards to x. We found ddx, we found dy dx. We were talking about how the graph is changing while looking at how, knowing what x is, what's happening with y, how fast is y changing, but only with regards to x. Now what we're going to be doing is looking at how things change with respect to time. That means we're going to look at the components of a graph. We're going to look at how, if I start moving in the x direction so much, how much do we have to change in the y direction? And then when I get to here, if I do the same distance that way, I get a much higher.
Well, that's an example of how this application works, Educreations. So you could try that and just go to your class, add classes and add lessons, and try to record yourself and get code which you can share with your students. So thank you for listening, and I wish you good luck.